there.
Check this out. I want to wait to hear something. This is how you tune a room. Someone up there is got a frequency modulator to these microphones. However, it's feeding back a little, so I can find that note because I hear he's probably fixed it already. Did you fuck with me up there? Did you fix it? Here, watch, I'll find the note. Yeah, he found it.
Yeah, you see.
If you go back to where it was before, I could make this whole room do a thing.
And you don't understand the hell it is working with this guy for stuff like that. We'll walk outside and the airplane goes, and he goes A flat. It's like, it's D minor. It's a curse.
Well, no, the mic was, you could hear it feeding back a little on that note. So if you sing that note, it makes it feed back more, and that's when he can go, oh, thank you, and he pulls that frequency down,
and pulls it back,
and everything's good.
Yeah. Okay. An odd question or two. We want to see a hand in the air. You, madam.
What is what?
The meaning to Seasons of Wither. Was there one?
God, I don't know. I just started singing. You know, it was like September. It was New Hampshire. It was in Boston. It was the first year that we'd gotten together. It was. I remember getting this feeling in my gut that I was a boy, and boys have to get a job. And I was like 17, and I played in these bands, but up in New Hampshire, at the end of the summer, the streets roll up. There is nobody there.
Right.
And it really is this. By the way, Living on the Edge, which this fucker came to me with, if you listen to the middle and you hear that bass drum that goes doom, doom, and you hear that wind noise, I did that in stereo. I took the mic and I went, all right, record. Okay, go.
Did you not steal that drum?
That's it.
And then I took it and did it over there on that mic, and it's together. That drum is stolen from my high school. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, thank you for turning them into the cops. You know,
Seasons of Wither, I don't know, I just started singing lyrics, and that came out, and that's what it was. It was a time of the year where, I was way into taking two-and-alls and second-alls, which are downers, you know, and it makes you get really spooky and man. But that's what I did. I sat it was Waltham or somewhere, it was a house.
Yeah.
Joey Kramer and I we rented. I grabbed a guitar I found in the garbage and went in the basement of this house, dusty as hell, laid down a rug, took a couple two-and-alls, and when I started getting off, playing and coupled with the getting off of the two-and-alls and the tuning, whoops, something was created, something happened. Notice, I'm not saying y'all should take drugs, but you know, think about it. If you hear a song,
think about it.
If you hear a song that you know you and your girlfriend like to do it to, and you hear that song sometime later, and you get an erection over that song, it's the same thing. Whether it's a song gets you off or drugs that get you off, it's something that gets you off. I so needed it. Because everyone left me.
I was
left alone.
All the time.
I was living with Joey and his Great Dane, and we're living in a house.
Isn't that great? Because, you know, we're also talking about Dream On, just because so many times we'll be on the road someplace, and a kid walks up and goes, hey, Steven is so great, Steve. I lost my virginity to that. And it's oversharing. But the power of music is the power of everything. When he said, when your girlfriend and you're doing it because it's all romantic and dreamy, I only make love to the Monster Mash, which is a problem for me, but I'm in therapy now.
That wasn't great. How was that? That came on like a flash.
No, what was the thing? We did, what was that radio? So we were doing some radio interview together, and someone asked us about, you know, a song that shaped Steven. And they were waiting to hear for some sort of like deep thing that shaped this rock and roll guy, and he goes, in 1814, we took a little trip down the Mississippi, down about it, and fired our guns, and the British kept it going.
No, there's your rhythm. That got me off. But the other side was All for the Love of a Girl. It was all for the love of a girl. By the way, it was Janis Joplin and the Everly Brothers that got me off. That was it. It wasn't Mick or the Animals, or it was the Everly Brothers. My God, I wonder if I feel much.
Yeah.
And they did the same. Wow, I wore that track out. I had to hear it over and over.
I remember that I had a crush on a girl named Luana Chile, and I never knew what her name meant or what her persuasion was, but who would name their kid Luana if their last name was Chile? I don't know. But when I heard dream, 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 when I heard them do that, and they did that brother harmony, was the end.
There's your fifths, by the way.
You're right.
There's your fifths. Oh, God.
How beautiful. Beautiful. A question. Bruce.